Hey everybody, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. It's your host, Mom of Three, also known as Mom of Three Boys. Tonight I want to talk about something I've honestly been struggling with. Usually I get on here and talk about trending topics. But if you're here with me from the beginning, you know that, I do, I used to talk more about myself in the beginning and, um, you know, just my life. Jackson was a lot with me, a lot on my lives as well or in my content. But I was trending away from that, trying to see, where I do best at. I would like my channel to grow. I'm still working on that. It's, moving slow, but it's getting there. So welcome in everybody. Welcome in. Hey Tinker sis. Hey Break Room, my love. Heal with Tree. Happy Sunday, ladies. So today I just want to talk about, I'm gonna keep it transparent because I don't know if, people that been, on the YouTube streets with me day in and day out. I don't know if you guys noticed that I'm just not there like that anymore, and it's because not because of anybody, on the internet, you know. Personally, it's just about me. So I'm just gonna be transparent tonight because that's what I know how to be, and this is an outlet for me, so I figure why not just let it out on my damn channel you know so yeah, so I just want to talk about something I've honestly been struggling with, something real and something that's been weighing on me for a while now. And thank goodness I could, what I just want to start with, thank God at least that me and my family are healthy. So I wake up grateful every day that at least we are healthy, we have a roof over our head, especially now that it's about to be winter. We have electricity, we have food in our fridge. Yes, all those are good. Thank goodness for now. But, I've definitely been having anxiety and just feeling a little bit down lately from being unemployed. Um, yeah, but, and I'm not speaking on this from the outside looking in. I'm talking about this because I've been unemployed for a year and a half now. And I've just reached a point now where it's like starting to get to me more. So before we get started, please go ahead and hit that like button, double tap that screen, share, subscribe, so the live can get pushed out. I am on the road to 1K, and I'm definitely on the road to trying to get my watch hours up. So let's do this. And if you've ever dealt with anxiety about money or job searching, just know that you're not alone. So yeah, so let me be real with y'all. It's not just, oh, I need a job. It's the constant pressure on my chest, the panic that hits me randomly, the heaviness that comes from feeling like stuck. And for me personally, what's been hitting the hardest is watching, the money that I do have slowly decreasing. That is a different type of anxiety, especially when you're used to being independent, used to handling things on your own, used to being there for you, your family, and so many others. I was the type. when I'm working and stuff, if I see my friend down, like she needs assistance or he needs assistance, even if they have a job, I'm the one that if I got it, I'm giving it to you. I'm lending it to you, whatever it is. If I see that, like one of my best friends, she does have a job and stuff like that, but she is the sole provider for like her mom and dad and stuff like that. And when I used to see her down, no questions asked, like she didn't even have to ask me. I'm sending like groceries to her house. She's always buying things for her family and never for herself. So, during the winter, I'll be sending surprise, stuff like boots and stuff to her house just so someone can take care of her, because she doesn't take care of herself because she takes care of others. But, that's just me, and not because I expect anything, in return, just because that's how I am, you know? So it hits different when I'm not able to do, what I like to do, what I enjoy doing, but especially, taking care of my family. That's number one, you know? And people rarely ask in my personal life. So it's nothing about anyone I know online. So yeah. So even in my real life, most people honestly don't know what I'm going through. I tell you that much. You guys here know more than my own family do, than my own friends do. They don't even know what's going on with me. So, I can't expect them to ask me either, are you okay? But in real life, I have also like been keeping to myself and stuff this past year, and nobody be asking me, oh, you acting different now, are you okay? I don't see you in, wanting to meet up in the city and go, walking around or go shopping, or nobody notices the difference in me, and that it kind of kills me also, you know. My professional background, well, for 20 years I was in retail, mostly retail management, and then for the last 4 years or so, I've been in customer service in office, like and also like creating invoices and stuff, sending out the bills to the clients. My last job, I surely did a lot for my first time in like an office setting, but I've always been like that. I'm good at almost everything. I could, like QuickBooks. I had to learn QuickBooks for that job, and I literally learned it in one day. And my boss thought that I had prior knowledge. That's how good I am at learning things. I've always been that person that I could learn anything just like that. So that's what's good about me. And in that job, I did learn a lot, and I did a lot. But unfortunately, they were very toxic. Um, it was a small company, so they thought they could talk to their employees however they wanted to. They curse at their employees, like, when they, instead of pulling the person to the side if they think they did something wrong, or if you did do something wrong, they will talk to you in front of the other employees. Like, that's not professional. And because I was in management before, I know that you're supposed to put the person aside into the office, not talk in front of their peers, that the whole office needs to know what's going on. And that definitely took a toll on me. And the reason why I left, because the last time the one of my employers, he expected me, first of all, this, I had took a break from the job for like a couple of weeks, and he had hired somebody else. When I come back, he was expecting me to train that guy. Like, what was he doing you know for the 2 weeks that I was not there? And then all of a sudden that guy makes a mistake, and instead of yelling at that guy or talking to the guy, he yells at me, starts cursing at me and things like that. And that was the day before the 4th of July last year. That was the last time I went in there. I was tired of his shit. You know how many mental breaks I had to take from that job, because I would literally get anxiety just going to work. I would start gagging, like on the train, people asking me what's wrong with me. I'll be throwing up from the anxiety of having to go to that office. That's how toxic it was. And that's why, even though I left the job myself, I was able to win unemployment because I made a case for how toxic those employers were. Yeah, I have a computer. Yep, I have a laptop. Yeah, I have laptop. I have my internet. I have everything I need. Thank God. You know. But yeah, so I dealt with a lot, and you know, these were non-color people, if you know what I'm talking about. So they treat you, sometimes they treat you a different way. I'm not gonna talk about everybody, but you know, they usually treat you a different way when they consider you a minority. And I had enough. I just had enough, and they want me to train people, but they don't want to give me extra money or nothing like that. That's another thing. Like, they thought because you're a minority, and on top of that, there was no benefits. I didn't get no medical benefits. I wasn't accumulating no 401k, nothing at all. No kind of benefits with that. And it was a dead end job because it was a small company. There was not going to be no growth in the future anyway. But because of what I've been going through now, sometimes I wish that I would have just stuck it out. But when it takes a mental toll on you, it's like you're willing to risk anything just for your mental health. Yeah, so I keep a lot of stuff. um yeah, I should have, Tinkers. I should have. I didn't even think of that. Yeah. So, I keep a lot of stuff to me. And like I said, you guys know more than anybody that I know. Like, because of the person that I am and I have always been, I feel like if I tell if I tell my family or whatever, I'm just gonna what's the word? Let them down. Like, I'm gonna let them down, you know?
Mine. Mommy,
Stop it.
it's time for bed.
Almost. No, it's 6 o'clock. It's early.
It's
Here. And no more water, no more juice after that. Water, water, water. Water yourself. Go over there. All right, go over there, please. Thank you. But yeah, no, I haven't tried any employment agencies. Well, technically yes, because like I did do a couple trainings this year, so I did get my phlebotomy certification, and I did an office administration training, just to get more updated on my skills with like the Word, Excel, PowerPoint, like to get more excelled, because I was just like really beginner and intermediate, but those trainings helped me be more advanced. So I know how to do a lot more things now with Word, with Excel, with PowerPoint. So it wasn't like I was just sitting here all year doing nothing, being on the internet. I did do things with myself. Yeah, because I can't just sit around doing nothing. So those two places that I did the certification trainings at, they do help you look for a job. But, it's up to those jobs to actually hire you or interview you. And I don't know. I don't know if it's just me or the job market really sucks right now. Okay, Tinkers, no problem. Hey, mentors. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Yeah, I know AI is the new thing. Learning that is very would help a lot now. I know. So, when you're used to being the strong one, the reliable one, the one that's always make sure everything is handled. It just it hurts when life, you know, forces you to slow down. It messes with your self-esteem. It makes you question your worth. So, if you've ever watched your savings go down and felt that pressure, let me know in the chat, or if you're watching the replay, let me know. Have you ever had to deal with something like that? Because I've definitely been feeling it lately, and sure, I don't remember when was the last time, I had no money. And that is a really freaking stressor, and I don't want to get to that point. You know what I'm saying? I've been blessed, you know, and I just don't want to get to the point that I have um zero in the bank. You know what I'm saying? So, but if I'm paying bills, obviously everything is going out and nothing's coming in. So, that's where a lot of the anxiety also go comes from. So and I literally fill out applications every single day, at least 10 a day, at least. So imagine freaking 300 days, 300 over 300 days this year of applications and stuff, or sending my resume, whatever it is. So it does, be stressing me out. Yes, I too am attempting an AI certification to stay relevant in today's career path. Yeah, that's probably another certification I need to do. Hold on, guys, the siren. Yeah, so this year I did get my phlebotomy certification, but it's like even when you don't have experience, it's hard for any company to hire you because they want people that already even have experience drawing blood. And then, I really thought that office administration certification would help me more, but it's like I don't know if they look at my resume and they could tell my age, just by my experience, and maybe that's why they're singling me out, because they know that they can't give me minimum wage. And I definitely don't want to take anything minimum wage here in New York. That won't even help me pay half my bills. I know they say take anything, but taking anything can hinder you as well, you know? But one of my biggest fears, and, I'm going to be transparent right now, is just, seeing my bank account hit zero. Not being able to do for my family, especially my two children that I have in the household. And, even though my oldest is out the house, but I do, I'm a mom. I do send him stuff every now and then, but thank goodness he is working and he is doing pretty good. But, the mom and me has to do something and send him something at times. But I'm the type that plans ahead. So thank goodness, I could have been in a worse off state the last year, but thank goodness I'm the type that, plans ahead. So I did save money, you know. And when I did get my unemployment, which I was fighting them for like 7 months. They were trying to not give me the unemployment. So, when I did get it, I've been utilizing it, the right way, not going all crazy and stuff like that. So, I don't ever like to get caught slipping. And I'm sure a lot of people, that are independent feel that way too, you know? So, even though I'm okay right now, that fear of what if has been eating at me. Hey, Jazzy sis. Hey, Ashley. Happy Sunday, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you guys are doing well. Usually I'm doing a topic about, a trending topic or something like that, but today it's about me. So I'm sorry if, this is not for you. I understand though, but you could hit that like button for me. But yeah, so I'm just being transparent about, what I've been going through the last year and how it's like getting to me now. So that's why I be in and out of YouTube a lot the last 2 or 3 weeks. And it's mostly because I'm in my feelings, you know? And I'm trying to get out of it now because when you start what is it? Like closing yourself out to people and whatever, you could get depressed. And I don't want to, get depressed because once you're depressed, it's hard to get out of that depressed state. And yeah, I don't want to be there. So yeah. So that I have a family to support feeling, whew, that's the heaviest. I do have my children to support. Even though my son is 18, because he's in college, I don't expect him to be out there and, working and stuff. I rather him focus on his school to make sure that he's doing what he has to do for himself. So in a few years, he will be self sufficient and be able to do, whatever for himself.
Mommy.
All right, my phone has to charge. Then you could charge your tablet. Bye.
No.
Sorry, guys. There's a crisis. His tablet died. There's a big crisis in the house. Jackson's tablet just died. Yeah, mentors. Hey, sis Lily. Yeah, I gotta keep myself busy and positive. Yeah, I gotta get myself out this funk. You know. Sorry, guys. Yeah, he's going crazy over that. But my phone was dying too, so I need the charger. He left his charger at his dad's house. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. Don't come in here, please, and putting anybody's, whoever's live that's very disrespectful. Please do not do that. I don't know who you are. What's your name? Marissa. But don't do that. You can go to whoever else's channel and do that. Thank you. Classic music. Hello. How are you? Happy Sunday. I'm the survivor. Hello. But yeah, so you know. So yeah, so just making sure that my boys, are good and having a roof over my head and not not being, not being able to provide for them is very heavy for me right now. So, it's sad because, this is the holiday season or whatever, and I don't want them to feel it. So I need to get out of it because I've been procrastinating so much that I haven't even got into the holiday spirit. I don't even have my tree up yet. And I need to get out of that because I know it's just a holiday and it's not really important overall. But when you have children, especially the 5 year old, like Jordan, he could care less if I put up a tree or not. But I need to do it for Jackson, you know? Jordan, he's already of age that he understands and stuff like that. So he's, as long as he gets a little something, he's good. And he doesn't even ask for anything. He's very humble. So he's not expecting anything. But he's a good kid. So he does deserve something too. But I do. Tomorrow I'm gonna go get my damn tree and put it up. You know what I'm saying? Because especially for Jackson. I'm doing good. Classic music. How are you? Happy Sunday. Thanks for being here. Please double tap the screen, guys. Hit that like button for me. I greatly appreciate it. Comment, share, subscribe. I do have my Cash App pinned if anybody would like to bless the channel. Um yeah, the Cash App is there. Also in my bio I do have a buy me a coffee link if that's easier for you. But yeah, so it's like even when nothing is technically wrong per se, your mind just still finds a way to stress because you're thinking about the future. You're thinking about bills. You're thinking about your kids. You're thinking about stability. And that alone has had me just feeling down lately. Like just emotionally drained. Yeah, that's what I should say. Like I'm just emotionally drained, and that's why I don't be doing nothing. I be freaking, like I said, I do. Thank God the internet makes it easy to apply for jobs, so it's not like everything is not in person like it used to be back in the days. That you're actually going places. You literally can go to a job fair online nowadays, and I do get the job fair alerts from the Department of Labor, like I said, from the training centers that I've gotten my certifications this year from. So I do things, but nothing is biting, unfortunately. Hold on. Jackson is really acting up. Can you guys hear him in the background? He's acting like his tablet dying is the worst thing that ever happened to him. This is mom life, guys. Like he's really acting like, see, and that's why that's can't give these kids the tablet too much, because then this happens, you know? And that's why he's gonna land up getting punished from it, because I'm not gonna be freaking dealing with that. I would just take it away, and then he's really gonna be he'll have a reason to cry, I should say. Like our parents used to tell us, don't give me a reason to make you cry. Yes, keeping the lights and paying the mortgage and daily life is a blessing for most. Definitely, you know. So, um I like to think ahead. If I wasn't the type that planned ahead and just saved for the future and stuff like that, I would be screwed right now, you know? So thank goodness I am the way I am. When I had it, I was able to save, and I used my money wisely because, like I said, I would be screwed. So that's why also that is getting to me because like I plan ahead. So if I see my money going down, I'm like, oh no, there's no income coming in. What the hell am I gonna do in a month or two? Or. So I just wanted to be transparent. And another thing people don't really talk about is how unemployment affects your mood and your routine. You start isolating without even trying. You wake up tired. You're tired all the time. You lose motivation. You go through the motions but don't feel like yourself, you know? Um you feel disconnected. I've been disconnecting a lot lately. You struggle to enjoy things. I've been really struggling to enjoy things or even wanting to do anything. This is the type, the time of the season here in New York that you usually go out and you go see the different, Christmas decorations and stuff like that. That should make you feel good, and I just haven't felt like doing anything. Even the simple stuff feels heavy when your mind is worried about, your finances and your children, and people around you don't always understand that. Yeah, don't be afraid. I mean, while you're not monetized, it's okay to put your Cash App up. I mean, some people feel a different way about that, but if you're coming on the internet or social media and you're trying to be a content creator, until you actually start getting paid through YouTube, I don't see anything wrong with that. And people, they could either choose to donate or they choose not to. It is what it is. But why not, I think it doesn't hurt, especially when you're not monetized. So go for it if that's what you choose to do, and don't worry about other people, because there's always going to be difference of opinions when it comes to anything. People are always going to have something to say. Anything. You freaking have your hair curly instead of straight. You have your hair straight instead of curly. Have your hair in a bun instead of loose. You have your hair loose instead of you have your nails done. You don't have your nails done. No matter what, there's always something people are going to try to talk about. Whatever. It's your channel. Do you? Hey, East New York in the building. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. But yeah, so and the people around you don't always understand. They might think you're just chilling or you're not trying hard enough. Meanwhile, they don't see the stress behind closed door. They don't see everything you've done or doing. They just think probably that you're just being lazy, that you're enjoying, not being employed, that you're just and that is totally the opposite of me. I love to work. I love to feel like I'm doing something for myself and for my family. I love having extra money shit to freaking, even if it's just a simple, if I don't feel like cooking and I want to eat something special outside, you know? But when you're going through things like this, you have to, think of like you be like, oh, nope, let me just cook something, because, you could be using that money on, a bill or whatever. Or if your kid needs something, every season is different. So, and I have a 5-year old that's growing. So every few months I do have to buy him stuff. So, yeah, so one thing unemployment has changed about me is just my confidence. Like, it's really not there anymore. And then having anemia, I already be drained. So another thing I wanted to talk about, and honestly, this is one of the hardest parts for me also, is how, a few months ago, guys, that I was in this fitness and health journey, but because of all the way I've been feeling, it is taking a toll on my health. I'm not as motivated as I was, you know. So the anxiety just doesn't just sit in your mind, it shows up in your body, on your body. So I've noticed it in my energy. I've noticed it in my mood, even my sleep, you know? First of all, I rarely could freaking sleep at night, and then during the day, I want to sleep. Like my it's all effed up. It really is. Like my freaking schedule and shit is really all effed up, you know? And then one day I wake up at 4:30 in the morning, not be able to go to sleep, like go back to sleep, then I have to take my kids to school and it's just a mess, you know? And it messed up my fitness journey, you know? Cuz I'm not having no results because of everything that my body feels. And when you're stressed out, your body feels it too, you know? So the stress doesn't help you lose weight. It actually, either makes you gain or you just stay at a standstill. So I definitely, that's another reason why that I'm just letting this out and I'm hoping that I feel better after this and that, starting tomorrow, I'm going to say tomorrow, I'm going to start doing different, even when I feel tired, I'm just gonna go out and do whatever I need to do. Get up and clean, get up, go get my tree, put up my tree, decorate the damn tree, decorate my house, decorate my door, do what I have to do, plan my holiday meal, just do what I have to do. And then also start walking again, whether it's outside or, you guys know if you've been here with from the beginning, I have a walking pad, so I don't even have to go outside, but I just need to get up and motivate myself so I can take care of me mentally, physically, emotionally, because I'm not going to depend on anybody doing that for me. So I know I have to do it for myself. Nobody can do anything really for me. So I have to get up and do it. I have to just get up and do it. Yeah, I'm the survivor. It's not easy. She says you don't have to be down because she gets SSI and on aid. Yeah, but I mean, if you get SSI, there must be something else, and that's understanding. But I'm a healthy individual that needs to be out there, working. I need to get back in the field now because I need to retire at retiring age. I don't want to be retiring at 80, 85 years old. I want to retire at the retiring age. So, or before that. So I need to get out again. I need to get out there again. And soon, you know? Yeah, people don't see the struggle. I mean, and I don't expect them to. But like I said, my family doesn't know shit about what's going on with me. But depression is real and physical indeed. My mom always called it stinking thinking, and it will drain your energy and spirit. Surround yourself with positivity and garbage in, garbage out. I hear that. Yeah. So, so I need to just start being more consistent with myself and taking care of myself. Well, lately, I've been feeling drained, and I can feel my anemia kicking in harder, the fatigue, the freaking bags under my eyes, just everything. And honestly, it does scare me sometimes because I'm too young to be feeling this way. I need to go back to being the healthy me, the happy me, the confident me, because at the end of the day, I just need to be healthy not only for me, but especially for my children. That's what keeps replaying in my mind. It's like when your finances start stressing you out, your body just responds. your appetite changes, your motivation drops, and even something simple like drinking water feels like a chore, you know? And that guilt, that feeling like you should be doing more, but your body won't let you, that's real. And it gets heavy, you know? Literally, it gets heavy. Your body gets heavy. And I know I'm not the only one going through this. So if you're dealing with unemployment, depression, anxiety, or health problems getting worse because of stress, um, that's why I'm just sharing, you know, and trying to be transparent. So I think ways to help, even in small ways, is probably creating small daily non negotiables like not a whole routine, just one thing that you promise yourself, whether it's drinking more water, whether it's going out there for a half an hour walk, you know, that alone helps your body and your mind reset. So that's what I'm planning to do starting tomorrow. I'm just going to start doing something, anything other than just, you know, sitting on my couch, laying in my bed, you know. I just got to get up and get active, get motivated, you know, and especially stop blaming myself for being tired because stress drains your iron, your energy, your motivation, you know. And I know that I'm not lazy, I'm just overwhelmed. So have to give myself a little, a little, what is it? A little grace. I have to give myself a little grace. Sorry, I had spelled my Cash App wrong. I just pinned um the correct Cash App if anybody would like to donate. Thanks Lily for letting me know. Um so yeah, I'm gonna start getting motivated again, you know? And I have so many wonderful women in my life as my sisters, my friends, that they're very inspiring and motivating, and I thank God that they put you ladies into my life and gentlemen. But you know, my sisters know who I'm talking about, you know, because not only do we talk on the internet, but we talk on the back end and as well. So, you know, that definitely helps when you have people that are inspiring and motivating, that they actually have things going on in their life. And that's another thing. It makes you want to achieve more because you know, especially when you're the type that likes to do things they do, you know, I want to get back on track and I want to be able to help the community as well, you know? So, it's important to try to at least find one supportive person because you'd be surprised how much relief comes from just saying I'm not okay right now, you know. Let somebody be your outlet, even if it's just one person, that one person that you know won't judge you. And if you don't have someone, you know, I'm definitely one that you can talk to. Just putting that out there. You know, no judge. This is a no judgment zone. There's a whole community forming of people who get it. You know, and this community definitely gets it. So you do especially need to you know, do check-ins with your body, especially when you're feeling like the way I feel. That's why I even made an appointment with my doctor for tomorrow because I know I've been feeling different and stuff like that. So I'm just going to go, you know, get myself checked out to make sure everything is good, you know, get my anemia back on track. You know, don't let your go to the doctor, make an appointment. Don't let it go, you know, don't let anything go unseen. If you're feeling different, go to the doctor, make sure everything's okay with you, you know, that there's no underlying issue with you, you know. Especially like with anemia, you have to pay attention. You know, do you feel dizzy? Do you feel lightheaded? Are you skipping meals? I know I skip meals. Most of the time, I'm only eating one meal a day. Sometimes My sis will be like, "Did you eat, what did you make today?" And I'm like, "I didn't make anything yet." And it's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. She'd be like, "You better go eat, girl." You know, um, just acknowledging what your body needs helps you feel more in control, also. And just remember, that you do want to get better, that you want to be better. And that's what I'm doing. I'm trying, like I said, I don't want to become depressed. So I keep, because I've always been that strong person. So when I feel myself getting down, this is why I came out now, because I have to get it out my system. I want to be better. For me, it's my kids, you're just me. For my mom, I'm her only child, so I need to be there for my mom. I want to be healthy for them. I want to be present. I want to have the energy to do things with them and for them. Jackson's only 5 years old. I have a lot of years to go that I need to be there for him. He depends on me. So sometimes remembering your why, or me remembering my why, definitely gets me through the tough days. That I have people that, depend on me. Yeah, mentors. Sure. Retail did a lot, with those hours. It's a lot. That's why I'd rather not get back into retail, because just the hours alone, I did it, because I was younger, but I was away from my kids a lot because I was always at work. And now with Jackson, he doesn't, he knows the present me. His mom is always around. Even when I had the 9 to 5, I had a 9 to 5. So while I was at work, he was either in daycare or in school, and I was able to pick him up after daycare, and we just go about our day like any normal, family. I come home, cook, do homework with him, get him ready for bed, and I don't want to get out of that. And retail, if I go back to retail, they don't want you just Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 most of the time. And yeah, so I don't wanna really do that again. I got out of retail for a reason, you know. So yeah, um, so you also, or I also have to celebrate my small wins, whether it's just updating my resume, sending even, 2 or 3 applications a day. And sometimes you do need to skip a day, because that's another thing. Anxiety of doing so many applications and nobody calling you, that stresses you out too. So it is okay to take a day break if needed, but you do need a job, so don't get too used to not sending stuff out. Small wins is important, like updating the resume, sending application, cleaning, your space, cleaning the bathroom, cleaning the kitchen, cleaning the living room. Don't just let it accumulate, because that's another way depression sets in, if you just don't do anything. So that's why, I'm not glued to my bed either. I do get up and do those things, because just can't have that. Living in a dirty space, you get even more depressed. And when you have children, you can't let them live like that either. And of course, you got to take care of yourself. So taking showers, even if it's twice, 3 times a day, because for me, a shower, that hot water just is like a stress reliever, when I feel low. So that's another way that I, take a break. So those things matter. Any small win for you, feeling that way. And just reminding myself that this is temporary also helps me, even on the tough days. I try to be strong, and positive, that something will come along that's meant for me. Even though it's hard, whatever, it'll come. And I'm just hoping that it's come sooner than later, you know? It's about to be a new year. Something gotta give. So I do tell myself that the situation is not forever. Yeah, mentor says that indeed, looking back, I was always working and you don't get that time back with our kids. So it is balance. My kids hopefully understand that now that I did what I had to provide for them. Yeah. My kids don't take anything, what I did back then. They know I was always working and stuff, so it was okay. And they were, thank goodness my mom was there for them. When I was in retail, she has that Monday through Friday 9 to 5 job. But what was even better for me and her was that she had a great employer that even if like I couldn't take off, she could take, like if they had no school that day, even though I couldn't take off or take them to work, she could. So she even used to take them to work with her. So that really helped me when my two older kids were younger. Having that support system really helps. But now it's way different. She still works a 9 to 5. Jackson's father works for the post office. So his hours be all over the place. Especially like this time of year, it starts getting hectic for him. So he sees him less now, you know, instead of having him for the whole weekend now he just has him for, you know, maybe not even 24 hours. But, that's understandable. At least he's working and he does what he has to do as a dad. But, you know, it's just harder now. So I definitely need a 9 to 5 to keep with my routine and being able to take care of Jackson the way he needs to. But yes, I just needed to let it out and thank you for everybody that has listened. You know, I, you know, appreciate all of you guys supporting me, especially the ones that always show up anytime. You must have your notifications on. Thank you. Hit that notification bell if you don't, so you know when I go live. Usually it's not this heavy, okay, guys? Usually I do, I try to keep it cute. Or I talk about trending topics that sometimes are not cute, but it's not about me. But but this was taking a toll on me, so I just had to let it out. I had to let it go. And I'm glad you guys were here to help me let it out. Mentor says, "Yep, same here. Me and my hey elevated, welcome in. Oh, you're lucky you missed the depressing part of my live, but welcome in. Um, yep, same here. Me and my ex had to work separate shifts since we could not afford daycare and had to sneak my kids at work in the back room. Wow. Crazy time. Yet we did what we needed to do. Yeah. Yeah, that's what's up. Hey, sis Tamik. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Hope you're enjoying your night, your day, your family. Hope you had great family time this weekend. Yeah. Thank goodness, like one of my managers, before I was a manager, he was cool. Like, so sometimes if I did need to bring any of the kids, because I worked at Michael's for like 10 years, and you know how they have classrooms and stuff? Well, I was able to keep either one of the kids in the classroom during my shift at times. It didn't happen a lot, but I did at like when I first started there were times that I had to bring him to work, or they would drop him off to me at work. One of them. Now it was never both of them at the same time. It was usually Jordan though. But yeah, I used to just keep him in the classroom while I was doing my work, you know? But nowadays, there's a place jobs are not like that you could bring your kids with you, you know? That's good, Samik. That's good. I love that for you. So yeah, I was just talking about how I've been feeling lately, how stress and the stress of just being employed, especially during this time of the year, and also besides the unemployment, this is the time for seasonal depression as well. Um because everything is so gloomy most of the time. It's not like every day is sunny and things like that. For some reason, this time of the year, it starts getting gloomy, it gets dark faster. So, sometimes you do need that sun to just make you happier, to make you brighter as well, not only the day brighter, but you yourself, you know it getting freaking pitch black at 5 o'clock at night does not help anybody, feel good. So yeah. If you walked in late, please, catch the replay just to support me. Help me with my watch hours. Catch the replay. Hit that like button. Double tap the screen. Share if you're watching the replay. Please comment and let me know you were here. Hit that like button. So unemployment isn't just financial. It's emotional, it's physical and mental, but I'm choosing not to give up. And if you're watching this and going through the same thing, you're not alone. And please don't give up either. Find somebody to talk to, even if it's just one person. Letting it out always works. Usually I talk about the mental health of others, but this time I'm talking about the mental health of my own. So like I always say, mental health awareness is real. If you have somebody in your family that's usually the strong one, that is the strong one, ask them if they're okay. Because trust me, there's gonna be that person that, although you think that everything's going good in their life and everything is okay, they're not okay. Trust me. I know that from experience. My family doesn't know anything I'm going through right now. So they still think I'm on top right now because I don't show my struggles. My kids are healthy. My kids are fed. I know, I mean, I don't post a lot of them here, but if you see, they're always dressed the best, you know? So my kids don't go without. And because of that, you would think that everything was okay. So ask the people in your life, are they okay? Because there's some that are not okay, but they don't want anybody to know, you know? So we we definitely gonna climb out of this. I know I'm gonna climb out of this. I'm choosing to take action, and I'm not gonna let this get to me any longer. I'm gonna start back on my health and fitness journey. So, I hope you guys follow me for that. Um, I'm gonna start doing what I have to do in my household, take advantage that I actually don't have a damn job. I'm gonna start renovating my apartment. Well, not renovating, but redecorating. I'm gonna paint. I'm gonna throw out shit I don't need, I'm gonna do what I have to do and take advantage of this time to keep myself motivated, and I hope you do too. And like I said, if you need somebody to talk to, you don't have nobody to talk to in your family, leave a comment, send me your information. We could talk, we could help each other out. Thank you, JC. Welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, elevated. Seasonal depression is real. Thanks, mentors, for being here. Thank you, for opening up about certain things in your life as well. And thank you for keeping me in your prayers. He says, I know I just keep to myself and will figure things out. This too shall pass and kick arse and take names. Facts. Yes. I'm going to do a closet and drawer clean out in 2 weeks. We should collab. Yo, my goodness, lady. I have so much clothes. Oh my goodness. I've been saying it for the last week. I need to get into these freaking closet and drawers. Oh my goodness. I have too much stuff. And then because I'm not the weight that I'm used to. I keep my stuff because I say I'm not gonna be this size, forever. And I want to the stuff I had before Jackson was good. So I'm like I'm gonna get back into that, and that's like my go-to, like my goal. But you know, maybe it's best for me to just give it away, and then when I'm where I need to be again, just get new stuff. I don't know. But I do need to get my 3 piles in: my garbage, my donate pile, and my keep pile. I need to get through all these damn clothes. Yeah, it's not exciting, but yeah, like Lily says, you're doing content and also keeping you not only keeping you're keeping your mind busy, your body busy, while doing content and gaining those hours. So yeah, so I'm definitely gonna be, trying to do better. I'm just saying this that I because that's what I want. I hope I really, follow through because I know I deserve better for myself, you know, and I'm just, I try my best not to let the kids show it, but I'm sure, well, Jordan, he's a teen. He be in his own damn room in his own world. But Jackson, he doesn't understand. So I need to show out for him. I need to get up. I need to enjoy this holiday season, for him. Find free things to do, It is New York. So even if it's just walking around the city looking at holiday lights, um, that's what I'm going to do. I need to get out there. And while I'm walking around, I could be making content as well, that'll help my channel. But yeah, so that's what I'll be doing. Again, if anybody would like to donate to my channel, my Cash App is pinned. It is BXQUEENC, BX Queen, and the letter C. Any donations are greatly appreciated. Please double tap, double tap, double tap the screen. And I hope you guys are having a great Saturday. How's everybody doing before I sign out? How's everybody doing? Yeah, Lily, sorry. With that, with the holiday crap, I forgot yesterday. And today I'm like, uh-oh, I don't know what I'm going to post. That's why I think tomorrow I'm just going to get out. I mean, for me, the doctor's appointment is literally across the street. So I don't have to go far. But I'm going to have to make myself go somewhere with Christmas stuff. Because my doctor, I'm lucky. I told you everything's around me. My doctor is literally right across the street. JC says she remembers every moment with her family during the holidays and maybe 5 gifts, and I'm 46. Build those memories. Yeah, the memories are very important. That's why I said I need to get out this funk, put that damn tree up, you know. Well, I'm going to get the tree I'm gonna build it, but I'm gonna wait till Jackson comes home, and then we could decorate it together. So, cause that's a good memory for him too. You know, putting up the tree and decorating the tree and stuff like that. Even though you know they don't do it exactly the way you like it to, the way you like it, but you know, whatever. The tree is really for him and my cats, cause you know cats love those damn ornaments. So the tree is gonna be for Jackson and the cats. Hey, Precious. Yeah, I thank good. I mean, I guess I was the only child and the first grandchild from my grandmother, so I had good Christmases as well. Well, I remember them as being good. You know, who knows how much our parents struggled, you know, even though we think that it was good, who knows what they did to even put those presents under the tree, you know? Hey, Moondog, aka Clint. I hope you're doing well today. Happy Sunday. Yes, Lily does so great with her family. Yep. And I'm telling you, trust me when I say, make sure you ask those people that are strong in your life if they're okay, because not everything is what it seems, you know? And I wasn't saying that towards Lily, but I'm just saying, not everything is what it seems. So, you know, the people that seem like they have it together and strong and got it like that, you know, a lot of the times they're struggling within, you know? So I've learned from experience that, you know, that's why I've always been the type that like to help people, because I know life is not easy, you know? Life is definitely not easy. Please double tap the screen, guys. Hit that like button for me. You slept all day and feeling good? Yeah. I waste my days away sleeping. That's sad. But you know, when Jackson's here, of course I can't do that. But that's why I've noticed me sleeping more during the days, and I'll be missing people's lives, or I'll be in their lives and I'll fall asleep while they're on their lives. And then, you know, if you're a moderator or something, they notice that, like, you know, in the when it's you know, content creators that, you know, are doing content and they don't have like every single person in their chat is blue, they notice when you're missing. But you know, thank goodness I mod for people that are very understanding, so they don't take it, you know, they don't make me feel any different, or they don't make me feel like I'm obligated. So you know. Oh, you remember Finger Hut? I remember Finger Hut mentors. My mother used to buy from Finger Hut. But over here, I mean, New York, you know, we have a lot of stores, and there was a lot of discount stores and things like that. Toys R Us, you know, Kate, what was it? Toys R Us, KB Toys, things like that. Now we got Amazon. Well, there is Toys R Us. There's a like a one of the floors in Macy's, they have Toys R Us, but you have to go all the way into the city. And it's not the same as the big Toys R Us store, you know? But yeah, but then we have the Lego store and things like that. the Lego store, FAO Schwartz. But for FAO Schwartz, you gotta have that dough, cause the things are not cheap in there. But if you come to New York for the first time, of course, it's nice to go to FAO Schwartz for a visit, even if you're not gonna buy anything, to see that big piano on the floor from the movie Big. And it's right there by Rockefeller Center. There's also the Nintendo store, to see all the new stuff that's going on with Nintendo. And also, they have the nostalgic stuff, like a little museum of all the old Nintendo stuff that you might not know existed if you're young, but that you feel old if you if you do remember them. Yeah, so there's a lot to do in the city, and I definitely need to take advantage with that. I'm telling you, I used to be all in the city when my two older kids were young, and I need Jackson to experience that. So I'm gonna start getting better, and making myself feel better, because he deserves to have, me. He deserves me to be present for him, you know? And I need to start making memories with him, you know, and going on the train. That's not expensive. Just getting on the train. Jazzy, are you still here, Jazzy? I was excited when I could go to Toys R Us and go in an actual mall or J.C. Penney back in the day. Yeah, I used to go, oh, Duck Hunt. I used to love Duck Hunt. But I used to get mad at that damn dog. That damn dog, when you missed hitting the ducks, he would laugh at us. Of course I like Mario Brothers. I like Dr. Mario and Tetris. Those were my games. And of course, when Sega Genesis came out, the original Sonic games, I was lucky enough to have them. I remember getting my Game Boy, the first Game Boy, the one that you freaking couldn't even really see the screen if it was sunny. Yeah, Mike Tyson's Punch Out. That one was great memories too. Mickey Mouse Castle of Illusions on Sega Genesis. Oh, I don't remember that one. I when I think of Sega, I always think of getting the coins knocked out of me in Sonic. But yeah, I have to get a game like that just for me. Because that's an outlet too. You put on your old school games and just play. You still have an old original PlayStation? Wow. Yeah, I remember when PlayStation came out. When PlayStation came out, I was working for Virgin Megastore in Times Square. I remember when that came out. Everybody was online to purchase. And, oh, yeah, it was crazy. Girl, girl, come get your nephew. He was over there going crazy. He's quiet now. I wonder if he fell asleep on the floor over there in the living room. Or maybe Jordan gave him his charger. But yeah. And lately I've been wanting to go freaking like show myself. And because of the way I've been feeling, I noticed that I'd be having bags under my eyes. So that's another thing that made me look at myself like, girl, you better get out this freaking feeling. Cause what? I do not. And the freaking anemia doesn't help that either. So I need to get back on my iron and I need to get back up and, being active and shit. Because I do not want bags under my eyes yet. I gotta get it together. Because, I'm not a makeup person. So it's easy to cover it up if you're a makeup person. But I'm not a makeup person. Let's swap. Nah, I don't. I remember how it was having two kids of like that age, even though my two older ones are still 6 years apart. But yeah, it was not easy. It was not easy having them, even 6 years apart. One was hyper, one was freaking calm, but the hyper one always got the freaking younger one stressed out, the calm one stressed out. Shit. And you would think it changes, They're 24 and 18, and when they're in the same vicinity, the older one still gets my middle child stressed out. And then they be stressing me out. I'm like, hello, yeah, like almost like, well, the other one is an adult already, but Jordan, he just turned 18. I'll be like, come on now, at your big ages, y'all got to get along. But the older one, he's so annoying. You have five children. I'm the survivor. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. Me either. Laugh out loud. That's why they see the bags. Laugh out loud. Maybe we should try the bundles of makeup. Yeah, right. I maybe a light touch up. I don't know. Shit. I don't even know what color am I in makeup. I don't even know what color am I. Maybe I need to go to Sephora or something and be like, find something just to cover up my eye a little bit. Because sometimes I like go put the camera on, then I look at myself, oh no. And then I turn the camera back off. I'll be like, nope. I guess not today. I'll be telling myself, not today, maybe tomorrow. Mundo said he got bags and wrinkles and gray. Yeah. I mean, I got gray too on my sides. I think I'm going to dye my hair for the holiday though. I just want to make myself, doing something, make you feel good about yourself too. And that's what I want to do. So I'm going to dye my hair for the holidays and I'm going to straighten my curly hair out. Make myself feel like a different person for a little while. Please double tap the screen, guys. Double tap the screen. If you're just coming in, welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me know you're here. And please watch the replay of this video. Right now, we're just chit-chatting. But I did have a, deep conversation about my personal feelings. So if you're into that, please watch the replay. If you're not, thanks for being here anyway. Double tap that screen. You have three. Three are adults and two that are young. Are they all in your household? I'm the survivor. Your little nephew asked why your hair was white and you told him you dyed it platinum. I know, right? Some people do dye their hair wanting to have the platinum. Yeah, I haven't embraced my whites yet. Sure, my grandmother is 95 years old and she still dyes her hair. She never embraced her white hair. And her mom, she when she was alive, she let her hair go all white, and her older sister would let her hair go all white. But my grandmother never. She still doesn't even like for people to know her age. At 95 years old, she tries to hide her age. And thanks, Moon. I appreciate it. If you do go back and watch the replay. Yeah, women do age different. I mean, some women look good with their white hair, though. They don't look any like different. They look good, like it's for them, you know? I don't know how I'll look, but I'm not ready to know right now. I'm not ready yet. So, I want to dye my hair again. And I guess his tablet isn't charging cuz I hear him starting to cry again. So my 6-year old told my 9-year old, "You had white hairs," and my 9-year old said, "Oh my God, that's flour. Don't you see mommy is a chef?" So let them believe that. Aww, that's so cute. See, that innocence, that innocence alone. You gotta love these children. What, Jackson? My mom says all her kids are 25. My shit. I almost dropped my phone. My friend still says that she's 21, and and she just hit her 40s. And she tells everybody in her family that she's 21. All right, no crying. What's the problem? Get out. All right, stop crying.
Okay.
All right, stop crying. Give me my handle. No, the handle. All right, stop crying, please. All right. Oh my goodness. Why you acting like it's the end of the world? Why you acting like it's the end of the world? Huh? Is it the end of the world?
Yes.
No, it's not the end of the world. It's the end of the world. His tablet died.
Weren't you looking for your charger?
Yeah.
I have it. He left his charger.
No, but
Why you didn't lend him yours?
I'm using it. I'm using it.
You could have lent it to him for a few minutes. Sheesh.
It doesn't charge that fast. Jackson, you're going to sleep?
Yeah.
I didn't want to accept losing my hair in my 40s, yet it receded a little and I just started burying my hair. Yet I let it grow back out since women in the dating scene said I looked crazy. I heard women actually like bald heads. Are you looking to date, Moondog? I'm sure you are. I want to go gray, but I want the streak like Rogue and like Rogue from X-Men. Yeah, gray hair is nice, but the texture of it is different too. Like, I don't know. Gray hair, the texture is just different than your regular hair. And I think when I go gray, I really gonna, with my curly hair, I really have to moisturize it and everything even more. Yeah, some men look cute, not all. Yeah. Yeah, no, I said you said it. Oh, that was mentors. My bad. I meant to say mentors. You're in the dating scene. I thought you had a girlfriend. I thought you had a girlfriend, mentors. He said he was in the Marines, so he don't care if he has hair or not. Yeah, right. They make you shave it. Moondog said he's married to himself. So am I. You have a weird shaped head, mentors. Shoo. I wouldn't even imagine how my head looks under all this hair. Remember, I live in Florida and I don't want my head burned. Yeah, that's true. You need some kind of hair in Florida, right? Or you're gonna have to wear a hat all the time. They say you looked crazy, mentors, and like you just got out of prison. Best relationship you ever had? Your spouse never asked me for anything, right? No nagging. No nagging is the best. He said, mentor said, girlfriend? No. I just talking to others. Yet I'm selective and in no rush. Funny, older women my age are going through menopause and very, let's say, active. Yeah, I heard that. I definitely heard women in their 50s are very active. It goes from, I think it goes from, regular, of course, teens and stuff. You're active. Then in your 30s, you're active again. And then, I don't know, in your 40s, does it die down? I mean, for me, I have been single since me and Jackson's dad broke up. So, and I'm not looking. Usually, I'll have some kind of side piece or something if it's not. But this time around, I don't have a side piece. I don't have nobody texting me. Well, only one person that this guy been in and out my life for over 20 years. But when nothing happens after 20 years, it's like, dude, don't good morning me. Good morning that other person you're good morning. Hey, MMG sis, how are you? Welcome back. Welcome back. I feel like, did I see you a little while ago here? Or on, no, no, I saw you in Cali's live. That's where I saw you. Okay. How's your Sunday going, sis? Yeah, I've been single 4.5 years almost. Oh my goodness. This is the longest ever that I've been single, guys. 4.5 years. Wow. And I'm still, pretty young. I need to get it together. But like I said, if I can't make myself happy, nobody else is going to be able to make me happy. So that's what I'm trying to do. Work on myself so I can be good for somebody else? What you mean take you out of the rotation, lazy? What that means? What did I miss? My past 20-year relationship ended 3 years ago this past April. Yeah, so 3.5 years. Wow, 20 years is a lot. Wow. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, that must be different being single for 20, I mean, being single after 20 years. Moondog says he's 51 going on 21. Oh, yeah, that morning text shit. Yep. Like, no. Like, dude. And then the funny thing is because I got like over like texting him and stuff, sometimes he'll text me and I forget to even respond. And then days later he'll say it again, like good morning. Like, dude. I mean, I can't lie and say like he hasn't asked me to go out or whatever, but I'd be just ignoring him when he even says that. He'd be like, "Oh, you want to, you know, when your son goes for the weekend, you want to go out, you want me to take you out or whatever," and I won't even answer him. Like, dude, I want somebody new in my life, not somebody, that I've dealt with before in the past. Because if it didn't work out in the past, it ain't going to work out now. Lily says she's 37 going on 73. Yeah. Moondog looks good for his age, right? Gotta get him. MMG, we gotta get my bro Moondog on our dating show. We already hooked up a couple on here, and they seem to be doing well. We need to get that dating show back on. Yeah, he really doesn't. When you know or hear everything people go through, you're lucky that life hasn't showed up like in your features and stuff like that. Mundo say, in all truthfully, I'm in rebuilding myself and building my dream. I'm 4 years divorced and abstinent, working on getting closer to God. If he means for me to be with somebody in the future, he'll make it happen. I hear that. It's been 4.5 years for me. Yeah, starting over at 50 sucks. And now almost 54, I'm just enjoying the journey and just enjoy meeting new and interesting people. I'm old school and not into casual hookups. Yeah, Moondog is definitely a strong man. He's been through so much. And so has mentors. He's. Lily, Lily, no married people on our show. We do not break up happy homes or miserable ones. You got to do that for yourself. Wait, um, yeah, maybe he's just meant to be a friend. Yeah, that's what I said. You know? What? You said, let's do it. And then you actually, what show? The dating show, MMG. Relationships are not all that is cracked up to be. No. I mean, they are and they can be. You just have to meet the person that's meant for you. Jackson, don't fall asleep yet. It is too early. Then you're going to be up in the middle of the night. Don't go to sleep yet. Go take a bath. Go take a bath. Turn on the water and go take a bath.
No.
Thank you.
And I can't cry in the living room.
Don't go to the living room. Go to the bathroom and start taking off your clothes and start getting in the bath.
Okay.
Thank you. Go ahead, take off your clothes and put them in the hamper.
Good night. Bye.
Yeah. We have what is it? A disclosure or a requirements. No wedding certificate allowed. You have to be totally single. Even legal separations don't um don't meet the requirements. You gotta be either single or divorced or widowed.
Okay.
But I know Lily's type. Wink, wink. We need a whole different kind of show for Lily.
Help me.
Help you what? Oh, hold on. Jordan, you could press the thing down. You can't press the thing down?
Yeah. Yes.
I'm not coming then. I'm not allowed. You gotta support us and share it. Let's make some love connections. Let's make some love connections. We're gonna call it, what we calling the dating show? YouTube connections? I don't know. We gotta work on that. Yeah. A whole different kind of show for you. My ideas of a relationship have changed drastically over the years. I'm learning that attraction as a building block is a block that will crumble. For me, God has to be the foundation. Wow, I hear that. And you're right about that, you know? The sexual aspect of it is the easiest part. It's everything else that is more important, you know, and helps that foundation stay strong. Mentor says he's a simple guy and has a simple life. Yeah, I like your idea of a relationship, Moondog. I think, yeah, you put God first. That definitely makes for a strong foundation. You both have to be on the same page and put God first. God is always first, and He would never leave or betray us. Trust, compassion, communication, patience, on, etc. Yes, that is so important. And there's a lot of people that say that's what they want, but their actions show different. But when you say it, I believe you. Yep, brutal honesty and trust are requirements. Lily, did you guys eat already? But when you say it, I don't believe you. Too bad when, it never works when there's one person that wants to work on the relationship more than the other. That never works either. And eventually the foundation will crumble as well. You believe her. You believe her. Yeah, as we get older, we are not willing to waste more time and just be direct with others now and not waste others' time or energy. I believe is best and we are all happy in the end. Yeah, being transparent and honest is very important. Don't settle for less. Don't settle, just don't settle. And you just have to be open and honest from the beginning what you want out of the relationship, what your intentions are. Don't waste anybody's time. So if that's you wasting somebody's time with good morning text, stop that now. If you don't want something real with that girl, stop that. If you're on the internet flirting with girls, making them feel themselves and you don't really want them, stop that. Cuz you don't know how people feel deep down and what kind of toll it takes on them when you're not being real about your intentions. Get it together. Get it together. Hey Corey. Greetings from Earth. I don't think people go into relationships saying they love the person as they are, but really want to change them to fit their picture. I mean, it depends because most of the time a person, wants to keep going with you because of the you presented to them. But yeah, there are certain times when you do. I mean, depending if like a person has, you know, red flags, you might want to, help them change it. But I definitely understand you. And that's never going to work because a person has to either want to be themselves, or if they know they need to change, they have to want to change for themselves. Nobody else can make a person change. Mentor says, facts, Moon. It's our differences that attracted people in the first place. Then, for some reason, we want to change them into this idea of a partner we created in our heads. You guys are onto something. You gentlemen are onto something. You see? But I don't know if it's because of your age that you think that way, but I don't think all men think that way. And I don't know if it's because of what you've been through in life, your age, or what, but I don't think all men think like that, unfortunately. If you're just coming into the chat, please double tap the screen, double tap the screen. My real topic ended about 20 minutes ago. So please catch the replay. It was real, it was honest, it was about me personally and how I've been feeling the past month or so, and just letting my supporters know more about me and just being transparent. So please watch the replay and check it out, because if you're coming in now, you definitely missed the important part of this live. And now we're just, chit chatting. We changed the subject, but it's still an interesting subject. So, you're more than welcome to join in on the chat. Please double tap the screen. If you would like to donate to my channel, my Cash App is pinned. I did drop a few videos this week and lives. If you haven't watched them already, please do so. I'm on the road to 1K, so please subscribe. And if you can do me a favor and watch any of my videos or lives, I would be greatly appreciated. I'm trying to run my watch hours up as well so I can stop asking people for Cash Apps so YouTube could pay me. And then if you want to support me after that, always welcome. But for now, my Cash App donations is the only way, you know, I'm getting a little something on the side. The shortest relationship I have been in, what involved is 2 years, mentor says, and the clock is ticking. Tick, tick, tock now. You can't change anyone, only they can. Agreed. Yep. I'm going to subscribe to you. Yes. Nah, I can't deal with red flags, Corey says. Laugh out loud. The moment I see it, I gotta dip. I hear that. I'm a runner too. Don't worry, girl. I don't play that either. When I start not feeling it, I'm out. I'm out too. Sure. I'm out. Thanks, Corey. If you watch the replay, I appreciate it. Yeah, so this is very interesting. I like to see how the women feel about this subject, and also how the men feel about this subject. But in this case, I think we really have men here, and the mature men. I don't know if it's different because you guys are not from New York, but New York men are a different breed. New York men are definitely a different breed. And it's not like fish are in the sea, it's like freaking sharks are in the sea. May I ask your opinion, chat and mom? If you're single, what is the age difference you would date? Such as how many years younger than yourself or older? Lily says that she would not date someone 5 years younger than me or 5 years older than me. She wouldn't date anyone that's 5 years younger than her or 5 years older than her. Mentor says, I personally never dated anyone 5 years younger than myself, yet I have changed and I'm open to older and younger by 10 years. Wow. I mean, I guess that's not too bad though. Being your age now, yeah, that's not bad. I am realizing the younger women are not my type, such as 30s and what is that, 20s? Yet maybe it's a Florida thing. Thank you. I'm the survivor. I always love to see you here and I appreciate you, sis. MMG says 5 years is your max. 5 years older and 5 years younger. So you sound like Lily. I don't try to force or control the outcome anymore. No relationship can be built overnight, but I understand if you already know your boundaries and their red flags are a sign that of your boundaries. Um let's see. I've always been with older men, and the usually when I get with men that are older than me, they have been 5 years, 5 to 6 years older, never more than that. But there was a time, oh my goodness, I'm crazy. When I was a like teenager, I had no business, and did deal with a man that he could have been arrested for his age and my age, but yeah. But other than that, the max has always been 5 to 6 years. But presently, I think I would do somebody maybe 5 years, or be with somebody, not do. Maybe I'll do too, but yeah, 5 years maybe younger, and I probably will go probably 10 years older. That's it. So 5 years younger and 10 years older. So you agree, Corey? Corey says 5 years older, but only 2 to 3 years younger. You would do? Yeah, I would do. Lily? Yes, I myself know I have to keep my brain engaged with an intellectual conversation and over the looks and status. I like your all y'all's open dialogue. Yeah, just have to have somebody, depending on the age, especially younger. Most people younger are not really, especially when you're experienced, when you're a mom, when you're used to being independent, when you already do for your own, it's hard to get with somebody younger, especially if they don't have their life, together. Like, I don't have time to mold somebody. And I don't want to do that. Maybe other people don't mind doing that, but I'm molding my children. I don't want to mold my man. Mentor says, and as a serious relationship, if we don't know within 6 months, it's time to move on and wish each other the best and realize this is not working. I definitely say that is facts. Why waste each other's time? At the 6 month mark, you definitely know what it is at that point. you know and especially if you're dating with intention, to hopefully be married in the future. 6 months is enough time getting to know each other, to know if you want to keep pursuing things, because of course you're still going to grow together more in the relationship after that. But by that time you should know if you want to actually take that plunge. This is good. I also like this this open dialogue, you know, having mature, you know, mature conversation. It doesn't have to be, messy. It doesn't have to be, you know, about drama or sexual. It's just real, you know? I know, right? I don't know why I said plunge, but yeah, if you want to take the plunge. Like, I don't even say plunge. Where did that come out from? Plunge myself. I need to go plunge my ass. Mentor says after his past divorce and failed 30-year relationship, curious if you guys and girls are nervous to remarrying again, or may I only want a relationship that you can agree to and no papers. I think it depends on the person you meet, you know? It depends if they've been married before, you know? What do you think, mentors? When you get with somebody again, when you find that person, do you want to marry again? Or do you want to just be in a long term relationship? I mean, it worked for Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn. No papers. Hey, Sarah, sis. Happy Sunday. Welcome in. I myself am old fashioned, yet I can now understand why marriage can be questioned. Mentors also says that he prefers marriage still, yet only due to my faith. Yeah. But to me, I think, I mean, it depends what you want. Like, I wouldn't mind being married. I'd never been married, so I wouldn't mind being married, and having that union. But I'm not against it either if we are comfortable and we both mutually agree on not getting married. But most of the time, having that union brings you closer together. I think that there's only two people that can ultimately define what the perimeters of their relationship is. The two involved. Yes. I agree with you. It depends on the individual. Yep. And Lily says marriage is not always good though. Yeah. I'm guessing you know from experience. Or that's your opinion due to experience. But yeah. I mean, obviously not. We have two gentlemen here that have been divorced. So I guess marriage is not all that. But I think it depends on the person you're with, too. You know? It depends on your communication. Hopefully, you have grown as a person, that the next union will be the union that you was meant to be. And sometimes, if you're not in a great union, you have to not be scared for change. Don't be scared of change. Whether it's I always say I don't want nobody to be miserable in a relationship. Sorry. I've never been the type to stay in a relationship if I feel miserable. I'm out if I feel miserable. But I know everybody else is different, and you can't expect everybody to be the way you are. But trust me, sometimes taking that step to just move on is the best step you will ever take. Mundo said he'll talk about his past marriage and what I think about it. Mentor says, yes, I was younger and only 27 when I married my wife and divorced by 30. So you've been married twice? So you were only married for 3 years the first time and then 20 years the second time? Oh, you weren't married the second time. You were just in a 20-year relationship? Yeah, definitely. That cheating, sometimes you say you forgive, you might forgive, but you never forget. And it does take a toll. Mundok says our concepts going in were different. There were many expectations that were silent and unspoken until later after the marriage. Okay, Corey. Thanks for being here. Lily's been married for 13 long years. 13 long years. Mundo says the silent expectations were a setup for disappointment and resentment. B3, do not get thrown off with um this topic. Marriage can be great. Relationships can be great. But welcome in, B3. Happy Monday to you. Happy Monday to you. Um, Mentor said, and having a nuclear family and others involved, such as blended families, we try to do the right thing. Yeah. Lily said, yes, long years, no pause. I am the survivor. You are married for 3 years, or you were married for 3 years? B3 says here he hears nothing. That's okay. That's just life. That's why you gotta, I mean, it's hard. It really is hard, especially if you start young with somebody. If you're both young, you're, if you say, like, if you're in your early 20s, by the time you're in your 30s, you're different people. So you just have to be able to grow together, as that team, as that union. Because if you grow separate, then that's when the problems come in. So you can't expect any of you to be the same person years later than you were when you first started, because growth is expected, you know? Growth is always expected and is a good thing when you grow together. Yeah, Lily's been married 13 long years. 13 years probably feels like 25 years to her. If you're just coming in, please double tap the screen. Thank you for joining. We're having a chit chat right now about relationships, but the main topic earlier was more personal for me. So if you can, please watch the replay and let me know when you catch that replay. Let me know what you think, and if you have any advice in the comments afterwards. This is a no judgment zone. So if you've been through anything like I have been through, or if you're going through it, let me know. Let me know your story. I'm always here to talk if you need somebody to talk to as well. Usually, I'm doing a lot of different topics about things going on, but this was heavy on me this last few weeks. So I decided to just let it out with you guys, my supporters, because this is an outlet for me, you know? And I appreciate anybody that supports me. And I just had to let it out because you guys are my therapy, actually, because in real life, the people that I know in real life, my family, my friends, they don't know what's going on with me currently. So you guys have the first dibs on what's going on in my life. But thank you for being here, guys. And this relationship topic is something else, too. and very interesting. And I just love to see everybody's, different opinions and advice on what went on in their relationships. Mentor says he, all right. He says, okay, I know this sounds like a silly question, yet do you guys miss the butterflies and the happiness and the giddiness when you first met your true love? Do you believe that feeling can be found again? I believe it can. MMG says she has for sure been there. Mundo says he enjoyed this. I've got to go check on my mom. She's ringing her bell. Okay, Mundo, thanks for being here. Thanks for the support. You know, we're your people. Remember that we're your community. So anytime you want to talk, just come on in. Come on in. And I really enjoyed hearing your, relationship stories. And I'll be looking forward to more. We all have our seasons where we have to lean on God and trust that He will keep us. Yes. MMG, are you watching the present or are you on the replay? I'm the survivor. You're saying good night? I'm the survivor, was married for 3 years. Now she's divorced. She has 5 children. 3 are older and 2 are younger. Yeah, I think she's watching the replay because. Oh, no, no, no. Okay, no. I just wanted to make sure, no. Because what you're saying had to incorporate it with what I was talking about earlier, too. About my personal shit that I was going through. So I just wanted to make sure if you were watching now or like if you rewinded the live. But MMG, I could always count on her to watch my replays. She's a part of my replay gang. If she's not here in the present time. Yeah, it sounded like something we said earlier. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I was doing my recap. Yeah, my little recap. So yeah. Lily, you're in the past? You're always in the past, girl. Wait, let me make sure Jackson is not falling asleep in the damn bathtub. Ugh. All right, he's good. He's good. Sometimes these kids, they be falling asleep in the bathtub. He'll be just leaned up against the bathtub, knocked out, letting the water hit him from the faucet. Oh yeah, you are in the past. I'm in the future. Yes, so everybody, thank you for being here. So tomorrow I am on, gonna be on a new wave. I'm gonna be back to getting my stuff together. I'm gonna be, being more active, being more motivated again. I need to get back to myself. that the way I was in the summer, that I was motivated, that I was positive all the time. I need to get to that. So that is where I'm starting tomorrow. Well, I'll start today. All right, I'm gonna start right now. I don't have to wait till tomorrow. I'm gonna start right now. I'm gonna start being more active. I'm gonna be more intentional with my health. I'm gonna be more intentional with my feelings. I'm not gonna let being not being unemployed. I hate to say that, but I'm gonna not let being unemployed get to me. I'm gonna keep in my mind that I'm gonna get something that's meant for me. That's why it's taking so long. And I'm just gonna, put up my damn tree tomorrow, because for some reason, when you have the tree all done and the lights and everything, it just makes you feel better. For some reason, looking at the Christmas tree, I don't know if any of you guys feel that way, like when you turn off the lights and just look at your tree lit up looking all pretty. I mean, I love that actually. So yeah, I'm just gonna stop fucking being lazy. I'm gonna get back to myself, and because like I said, if you can't love yourself, nobody's gonna love you. So I gotta get my shit together. you know I'm just gonna do it. So I'm gonna start now. After I give Jackson a bath, I'm just gonna start where I'm gonna put the tree. I'm gonna start getting it together. I'm gonna clean my living room up, just to make sure that everything is ready for when I put the tree up tomorrow. Yeah, B3 is in the super future. He's like 16 hours in the future. 15 to 16 hours in the future. Have Mentor says, have a great week, everyone. What you gonna remind me, girl? What you gonna remind me? Mentor says, have a great week, everyone, and keep grinding. Hurrah. Stay safe. And main thing, keep smiling and enjoy the journey. Truly enjoy tonight's convo. Thank you, mentors. And we appreciated you here, and we appreciated you helping with our conversation. I'm looking forward to the next chat. You know, this was very interesting and it was good. And I really appreciate all the support I got tonight. You know, you're gonna remind me of what I said now. I know, right? Because I might wake up, take Jax to school, and then want to come back and lay my ass down. No, I need to get my ass up, take him to school, go to the storage, get the tree, you know, and then do whatever during the day. Because, like I said, I'm gonna wait till he comes home from school to actually decorate it so he could help me, or maybe I'll start it so then he could I'll just let him put a few things up so he could feel like he really, did something. But yeah, I gotta do what I gotta do. I could always rest at night. So I just need to keep pushing tomorrow. But yeah, thank you. I love you guys. Thank you so much for your support. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Again, if you would like to donate to my channel, my cash app is BXQueenC, BXQUEEN, the letter C, and my Buy Me a Coffee link is also in my main bio if hitting a link is easier for you. Thank you. Anything is greatly appreciated. And Jazzy, I was trying to see if you were still in the live earlier because I seen that you sent me a beautiful blessing. So I just wanted to say thank you to Jazzy. I love you, sis, and thank you so much. I appreciate you. Um And thank you guys. I really appreciate all my supporters. Please hit that like button. We are on the road to 1K. Please watch any of my past videos and shorts to help me out. And I will definitely catch all of you guys on the next one. Later. Happy Sunday. Love you, sis. Lily.